We are in a very precarious position. 20 counties are affected. Even the non-traditional ASAL counties are also affected, with all the way to 4.3 million people in ASAL and in other parts of the country affected by this drought. We are facing the 4th consecutive year of rain failure and crop failure. And as a result, we have a huge population of our country who do not have food. We have lost, as has been said here, about 2.5 million heads of livestock and so much wildlife as well. If you just quantify the livestock, we are talking about $1.5 billion in losses. And if you look at the communities where these losses have occurred, they are already very distressed communities, so really puts them in a very dangerous spot. Yeah. Close to 1 million children are in distress with malnutrition. Many of them are marking absent in school. We have close to 140,000 mothers, pregnant mothers, lactating mothers, also suffering malnutrition. So we really have a situation in our hands. We have also undertaken that as an administration, we are going to change the Kazi Mtaani program to use the same people and the resources we have in that space to green our cities and to grow trees around Kenya. They will be part of the big army we are going to build, so that at the end of the day, we don't end up with work that was done that has no trace or record. We've been on Kazi Kwa Vijana for a long time, but there is nothing to show for it. Who are involved in Kazi Mtaani, we want them to say that we planted these trees, we greened this place, we changed the environment of our city, we changed the environment of our village, we changed the situation in our water catchment areas, in our national parks, in our forests, and all that. So again, I know some development partners have stepped forward to work with us under the Tree Growing Fund, and I look forward again to us working together in that space. We are flexible. I think the most efficient way of targeting support is through cash transfer. We also think that there are occasions where, even with money, there is no food to buy. So sometimes it's also good to also make food available in these drought-stricken areas. And that's why we are working on a combination of cash transfer and actual food supply to these areas. And the coordination that has been provided under the office of the Deputy President to make sure that we are all working synergized, not in cross purposes, so that we can get value out of the resources that is available to us, I think has worked perfectly. And as he reports, at least 70% of the challenges that we have had are sorted out. We are working on the remaining portions so that we can make this response seamless and effective. So, friends, I am taking this opportunity to request all of us to bend over backwards and see what we can do. Maybe it is necessary for me to say that as a government of Kenya, we really have to plan ahead of time. I think our response to this situation, we could have done a lot better. And I want to promise that going into the future, we're going to be better prepared to deal with this challenge, because all indications are that we are going to be in this space for a while. And therefore, it's going to cease to be an emergency. It really must now become part of our budget-making process.